Good morning, parishioners, friends. I greet you once again from the Rectory Garden, and I would like to just share with you the outcome of our discussion about opening the church building again for worship. Now, 2 in every 3 of the parishioners who responded to the survey favored reopening the church building for worship on the 4th of October rather than on the 6th of September. And so did 3 out of every 4 parish councillors at our parish council meeting on Thursday past. So the 4th of October is the date that we are working towards. Now, a variety of reasons were offered for this particular choice or for this preference, and the main one being the wish to study how the rate of infections will be influenced by an easing of the lockdown in the course of this next month. Now, once we reopen the church building for worship, we as a parish council are very clear that we shall act within the limits of the law at all times. In other words, we will always limit the number of worshippers to 50, including officiants. We will always wear face masks. We will sanitize. We will observe social distancing. We will deep clean the church building before and after every service, and there won't be any singing aloud, etc. Now, one of the critical questions discussed was, how do we go about to provide fair access to everyone on a rotational basis to services of worship? Normally we have about 350 people at St. John's on a Sunday morning, but now we can only have 50. So many opinions were expressed, and these will now be processed and decisions will be made, and these will be conveyed in the course of September. Now, given the seriousness and the unpredictability of this pandemic and our concern to protect each other's health, we really need all of us joyfully to cooperate to find the fairest way to give as many people as possible an equal chance to share in public worship in the church building without putting each other unnecessarily at risk. And so, tolerance, putting the needs of others ahead of our own, not insisting on our own way, thinking before speaking, flexibility, a willingness to go with the flow. These are the qualities, the fruits of the Spirit, if you like, that we are to cultivate at this tricky time in our history. And no doubt mistakes will be made, and so we also need to be open to apologize and to extend forgiveness to each other. Now, as I've said, we will use the month of September to clarify and to share how we intend to proceed practically in terms of the number of services and how the numbers of worshippers are to be regulated. And whatever we decide on will always remain open to review, since we are entering into uncharted waters. And we will always welcome your feedback, and we will be wanting to listen to what people have to say. But at the end of the day, we all need to pull in one direction so that we may emerge stronger on the other side of this pandemic. Now, just to conclude, I would like to reiterate that worshipping at home via our ongoing video and audio recordings of services will continue to be an option for everyone on those days that we cannot be accommodated in the church building, or if our health or our age demands this from us. And I would really like to encourage the elderly, and more particularly those with underlying chronic health conditions, to think very carefully about the wisdom of attending services at church rather than worshipping at home. And we were also encouraged at our council meeting to give careful thought on how to accommodate the need of children for worship. So we will also be discussing that, particularly with our Sunday school teachers. Now, I just want to conclude by saying this is an opportunity for every parish family to get into a habit on a Sunday to gather around the video recorded services, even during this month of September, and to make it an act of corporate worship. And Dorothea and I set aside every Sunday morning at 8:30 at the time when we do this, when we also share with everyone else in the service of spiritual communion. And so we just wish God's richest blessing on all our parishioners, and we pray that God will guide us and bless us and lead us as we grapple with this issue, not only in South Africa, but in every other country and in all the other church denominations. So may God bless us and guide us. Thank you very much.